Did you want to ask?
Yeah, well, I've got this Jewish friend I've known for 40 years, and he says that this is deep. It's really rather sad and frustrating. He says this is deep in the Jewish psyche. Yes, this separatism, this attempt to be different, and that it will just lead in a way they want to be hated. Is what he's saying. I mean, I know I'm not just saying what he's saying to me, and I'm not trying to sort of, say it myself. I just wonder what you comment on that. How you would comment on that.
I don't even know what to say. I mean,
history will repeat itself in other words.
What is that? What is that? One random person says that the Jews want to be hated. First of all, I think it's patently ludicrous to say the Jews want anything. The Jews are an incredibly diverse community of people from all over the world,
yes.
all kinds of political opinions, and I don't think there's any person on the planet that wants to be hated. I don't think psychologically that makes any sense. However, in Israel, certainly the government has pushed this idea that the world hates us, and meaning Jews, and that non-Jewish people are irredeemable. They will always hate us. They have always ever hated us, and they always will hate us. And so therefore, all we can do about that is just be strong. And I think that the Israeli government has pushed this propaganda line for a long, long time. And that is why in American Jewish communities and British Jewish communities and Jewish communities throughout the world, at least in some sections of that community, there is so much opposition to intermarriage, and they justify it by saying, they're pressuring their youth, saying, if you date a non-Jewish man or woman, you are finishing Hitler's job for him. And in this way, they try to guilt kids into being separate. To me, it's disgusting that they would take these stories of our own oppression, and they would make political utility of them to try to increase separatist sentiments among Jewish people. But I think it's that, there's no way that Jewish people want to be hated. I think everyone wants to be loved. It's just that in Israel, there is a settler colonial regime which gives privileges to one group of people. And in history, it doesn't seem like there are many groups of people who just decided of their own volition that they wanted to give up their privileges. Oh, you've convinced me, you've made me realize I was wrong to be privileged, and it's only fair for everyone to be treated equally. I don't think anyone in history, to my knowledge, has ever willingly, without being forced to, given up those privileges, whether that's violent force or whether that's non-violent force, but without being held to account, and I don't think that's happened. And I think that Jewish people want to be loved, but at this point, the ones in Israel many of the ones in Israel want to keep hold of their privileges. And they think they can have both.